Hi, fellow traders. Hope everybody had a great Christmas. You're having a great holiday. I'm thoroughly enjoying mine, even though I had a really sucky day in the market today. But, I kind of brought it on myself. It was one of those things where we had a solid surprise day Monday. I didn't think there was going to be anything, but, like I told you guys last week, the only thing that would bring me in is if we had a hard sell day in the market. That's what we got. And, we were able to make some money driving down the highway, which was pretty cool. But that kind of got me really pumped up about what's going to happen Wednesday and today. And, I did not expect what happened today to happen. So, of course, I fell in the trap of trying to make the market fit what I wanted it to be. What I've been anticipating all week, the last couple of days, and wanting this thing to continue, and just got caught on the wrong side of it. But it happens. I've had some challenge. And it wasn't the challenges I had with the internet. It wasn't any of that. It was the fact that I was forcing myself on the market, and there was no reason for me to be doing that. So let's get into. This is Apple that we. This is the Apple trade that we made on Monday. Again, this was an all-day hold. I didn't want to do TVIX because it would be very difficult for my son to manage it. Apple was a slow all-day hold. He kind of slept through most of it anyway. So I felt this was a really good, solid way to take advantage of the sell-off. And you can see, we did have a little bit of pushback, but we waited until it got under the low of the previous day. Got in. We did get some pushback, but, nothing that would take us out. And, ended up closing it right before the close. That's how we do our all-day holds. So really, really solid trade on Apple. Could not have been any more pleased. And really could have did the same thing the day before. But I really wasn't in the right frame of mind. But, really, really happy with what we did on Monday. And then J&J, this was actually an all-day hold that I've gotten to a bad habit lately of if the all-day holds don't work, just hold them until they do work. Because knowing that and eventually this is going to continue to trend, I just hold on to it. And that's exactly what I did here. And ended up getting bailed out. Really could have held it down to 122 and picked up 2 more points on this. I was really too conservative, with telling him where to put the profit stop on this. But, I've been underwater a couple of days on this. This was just a bad decision initially and just got bailed out on it. So I like to use TraderView on these because this actually can plot the entry and the exit on the same chart. When I have to do it every day, it doesn't, put both on there. If I do it at the end of the trade, it's only going to show where I got out. But you can match everything back up with everything that I post. The timestamp, the price, everything is going to line up with what I do. So, it makes it easy for you to go back, and if you want to verify what we did that day, you could always go back and check it out. But really nice to make some money on this, and don't even care that I gave back some. This was just a bad deal. It was a bad entry to start with because there's no way I should have gotten short here. And it was just bad for me to hold. but got bailed out. So can't complain. So I had a really nice 2501.12. Just locked it in on Monday. And it wasn't even at my desk. So that's what got me excited, what got me pumped up, and what brought us to today. Now, there is no way in hell I saw this happening. I figured we would get a bounce. You know, it may try to bounce and then shake some people out. And then by the end of the day, you know, maybe come up to around 240 or something like that. I had no idea we would continue to run like this. So, because this wasn't my thesis, I decided to fight this. And you know what happens when you start fighting the market. And so, you know, this is what happened. Now, I'm on this tiny this laptop, and it prints real tiny. If it's a 4K thing, and I don't know how to make, I figured out how to make the numbers bigger, but I can't make the lines bigger or the triangles bigger. So I just kind of pinpointed where they were. But this is, right here is where we entered. And, you know, I thought we were bouncing here. So I was looking for this to continue up. You know, the market had popped, and then here was a sell-off. And I thought we bounced a little bit. I thought we were going to sell off some more. And so I got long, and it didn't work. And it kind of messed around and messed around. So here I went to lunch. I'm like, well, maybe this thing is just going to hang around and hang around. And, you know, I didn't worry about it. I was just going to let it work. And eventually we were going to get it back. Well, that didn't happen. And I held it and held it and held it and added. Okay, I thought we were going to bounce here. So at this point, I was like, well, I'm only in 100 shares. I only went in 100 shares because I felt that if I was going to add, you know, I could add and improve my average. So down here, I just added 200 shares to it to try to improve my average, which I did. And thinking we were going to get this bounce, we didn't. It ended up selling off some more, and I ended up having to just cut my losses when I did. And easily I could have continued to hold on to this and really put myself into a hole. So I gave back some of that good money we made on Monday, but I can't blame anybody but me. You know, I can't blame. I made the decision to hang on. I made the decision to hold. I made the decision to give it this room. I made the decision to add. Everything was just wrong. So, you know, I have to eat it. So we're going in tomorrow, you know, with a little bit better mindset. And I didn't trade a small account because I was scared that I was going to give back some. I don't want to give back anything. I've got it set to where I want it, where I want to start. And I was nervous to take a trade because I didn't want to go back. And you know what they say, scared money doesn't make money. So that would have been scared money today. So there's some things I need to work on today coming into tomorrow to make sure my mind is right. You know, I came in overly excited. You know, the market whipped me. Yeah, it slapped me silly. And it really slapped me back to my senses. So now I've got to, you know, pick up the pieces and, you know, get back on track. And not think the way I'm thinking. There's 2 more days in the market. There may be 2 really good opportunities to make money. I can't go in with this mentality, and it just doesn't work. So that's what we're going to be doing going forward. I'm looking forward to tomorrow and, you know, showing that I've got my head screwed back on straight and we can finish this week strong. And if it's no trades for me, then there are no trades for me. You know, if I don't. But I don't want to not take a trade because I'm scared I might lose. And I don't want to lose. You know, that's the mentality that causes new traders to really lose and not make any money at all. So want to make sure I get out of that. So that's it for me today. Not a whole lot. We're looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow may be a shorter day for me. I'm not sure what time we're going to be getting out and moving on. You know, Friday will probably be the same. It's just a matter of playing by ear. But I will be here in the morning, and we will build a watch list. We will look at getting in some trades in the morning. We will be doing that. I wanted to live stream again this Thursday, but the internet here is really, really bad. It's crazy because at night it was at over 100 download speed, and then this morning, you know, and the upload speed was really solid, and then this morning everything's under 20, and it's crazy. You know, this morning it was just really, really bad. But you know, now I know how to deal with it. I know exactly what I'm going to do tomorrow, so I won't have that on my mind. We'll be ready to go. So you guys have a great night, great evening. Hopefully you get to party some more. That's what I'm about to go do. And I will see you guys in the morning.